everybody for coming to this event tonight, an exclusive Commerce and Cocktails event. I hope you've enjoyed checking out this flagship store, and it definitely looks like folks are enjoying the gifts. Make sure you get that before you take off tonight. My name is Brent Locks. I am a co-founder and president at Builder.io. We have AI tooling that enables digital teams to code, create, and ship digital experiences faster than ever before. As many folks in this room know who are coming from the retail side, which is most of you here, we are in an era of instant gratification and ever-evolving customer expectations. So the ability to really build, iterate, and personalize experiences is more important than ever before. And retail is very much at an inflection point right now with this conversion of AI, cloud computing, advanced security measures, all kind of coming to a head in the same way that Builder allows retailers to adapt more quickly to all these changes. There's a whole ecosystem within commerce that is trying to do the same thing. And so this conversation tonight that we're about to have, that hopefully you'll listen to, couldn't be more timely, right? We've brought in experts across AI-driven personalization, cloud, and security to really talk about how we all together should approach this sort of new world and this transformation that's happening. So without further ado, I want to thank the sponsors and the folks that are here that'll be speaking: Salesforce, AWS, ESW, Forder, and PwC. Without further ado, I'd like the speakers to come on up stage and take it away.
So hi, everyone. My name is Limor Sinay. I'm VP Solution Consulting at Forder.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kimberly Berry. I'm the VP of Sales for Fashion and Luxury at ESW. We work with brands like Nike, J.Crew, Lululemon for their international e-commerce and logistics.
Hey, Justin Honaman. I work for Amazon as part of AWS in retail and consumer goods. Thank you guys all for being here. We know you have a choice in where you spend your Saturday night at NRF, and I will just tell you, if you have not come to another Forder event, you are missing out, and you are here now, and you're now part of the Forder family. I just made that up. That sounds pretty good, though.
Sounds great.
I've just been blown away by the Forder events, so thank you for being here. We've got some fun topics to talk about, and we promise we'll let you get back to socializing in just a couple minutes.
We promise it's going to be short.
Yeah. And on that note, I'm Luke Ball, SVP of Product Management at Salesforce over our Commerce Cloud product, and we'll be talking a little bit more about what we're doing to help retailers keep pace with the changing world with AI.
Perfect. And you lead me into our first question of the day, which you're probably going to hear a lot about at NRF. How do you see digital commerce evolving this year, especially when it comes to the role of AI, shifting consumer behaviors, and everything in between?
You mind if I take that
go.
first? You should. Yeah, so obviously generative AI and the ability to do large language models, et cetera, is a sort of tectonic shift in technology, in the technology landscape that I put on par with social and mobile cloud computing. It's sort of a generational thing. We're still in the early innings here, and I think there's a lot yet to be still discovered about consumer expectations and consumer behavior patterns. But I think it's very clear that agentic experiences are going to change the way consumers shop digitally. At Salesforce, we recently launched Agentforce, which is our agentic layer on Salesforce. It's really powerful in that it's secure, so it's only working with your private data. It's not putting it back out there on Reddit, et cetera. And it knows your business, right? And we are launching a whole bunch of commerce experiences for that. Shopper-facing experiences where you can get product recommendations. You can even check out with a safe payment method or get your order status, as well as merchant-facing experiences where we can help your teams work smarter, work faster, work more efficiently, and have better results. So it's a very exciting area to watch. And one of the coolest things about Agentforce, by the way, is that we've built a whole bunch of agents. We've built agents that you can use out of the box, but our partners, ISVs, SIs, can also build agents. You can build your own custom agents with your own unique business needs. So as this technology evolves, to the earlier point, you can kind of keep pace with it and evolve with the market, with consumer expectations.
Awesome. Justin, AWS and AI, I can't think of what you guys are going to come up with.
Yeah, so at CES earlier this week, we were doing a tour of booths, and one of the individuals said that the letters AI were still drying on most of the booths. And I'll tell you that's the case here at NRF as well. Most of the vendors you all visit tomorrow are not doing AI or are new to AI. The second thing is most retailers are not using AI. They're still trying to figure out data integration. They're still doing reporting in Excel. So AI is still a new topic for many of them, let alone generative AI and agentic AI.
Cool. Kimberly, a little bit different of a question. We talk about Agentforce, we talk about AI. I want to talk about globalization and personalization. You manage international digital commerce. How's that looking for you, especially with a new administration coming in?
That's a great question. A couple of parts of that. So I think we can see the consumer behavior change. So it's less about global access to your international customer, and it's more about how do you make the best customer experience for the international customer. So how do you ensure that you're emulating your domestic experience for your international shopper to grow and expand your brand? To answer your question about the new administration and what might be changing with that is we're going into uncertain times, obviously, and I think there's a lot that can be done from an international perspective. So there's one thing that you want to do to diversify your revenue outside of domestic, for example, because we are uncertain of what's going to be happening there because of tariffs. But also there's options to do cross-border, but then also in-region fulfillment, right? So you can have those faster delivery times. You can save yourself from exposure to tariffs, and you can also increase the customer experience by being able to deliver cheaper costs and faster delivery times.
Is anything being done to create a more personalized experience along those lines?
Yeah, I'll take that one. So personalization has been around for more than 20 years. And what's changed about personalization is the technology that underpins the ability to personalize interactions. And so, yes, while the technology has been there, the data that enables it has evolved, and the models that power engagement have changed quite dramatically. And, for example, for us, we work with a Salesforce, for example, in creating an environment that our customers can then better engage with their consumers or shoppers. And that's significant. And that's where you see really some evolution in the personalization topic.
Is Agentforce also creating some of those personalized experiences?
Why, yes, it is. So if you think about what you would do if you went to ChatGPT, right? You're typing your question into ChatGPT. You're getting data from a public corpus, like Reddit and web crawling, et cetera. And that agent doesn't know anything about your business, doesn't know anything about you. When you use Agentforce, we can supercharge that agent with the unique aspects of your business. You can train agents. But then with Data Cloud, we can also track the customer's behavior. We can store the customer's behavior. We know their order history. We know their click paths. We know which products they looked at. We know their service history. We know which emails they've opened. And that corpus of data that's private to you and unique about your customer can inform what the agent is doing and answering. So I think of it as a sort of a layer cake of like you have the agentic technology, and then you have your unique business context and your brand's data, and then you have the customer's data and their historical interactions with you. And all of those kind of layer up to create a truly personalized experience that I often think of as sort of the digitization of the in-store experience with a consultative sale or a high consideration sale.
I'll just add one thing to that.
Yep.
I think when you have your international shoppers, when they go to checkout, having their information ready so they don't have to do a guest checkout, I think increases your conversion. Well, I don't think, I know, increases your conversion by at least 40% when they don't have to enter in their personal details. So these types of little things make a really big difference in your bottom line.
So this is really interesting. We're talking a lot about personalized experiences and AI that assumes trust, right? That's like the fundamental, most important thing. Someone's calling in, you want to know that that user is indeed that user, and how you can trust those users. At Forder,
I'll take that. So
Yeah.
the reason that our partnership exists with Forder, with AWS, is because We work with the vast majority of retailers worldwide and their e-commerce platforms. And when you think about identity intelligence and fraud protection, there is no other partner, right? And if you think about the marketplace in retail at AWS, there is no other partner. Forder is the leader in the space, and for us, like, it's a no-brainer and it's top of mind with any e-commerce provider out there today.
Absolutely. Thank you for your partnership there. And I have to say, like, we definitely see an uptick in of interesting fraud trends in terms of abuse, right? Users, real users coming in, buying, not necessarily returning the items they said they were going to return and such. So to wrap up the conversation, what is the one piece of advice you can give the audience today, aiming to succeed in these new, in this new era?
I think lean in and stay nimble. As I said at the beginning, I actually have a UX background originally, and I think a lot about consumer interaction patterns. We know that consumer expectations are going to evolve radically in the next 6 months, 18 months, right? As Amazon, as Google, as Meta really start to inform those expectations. And I think we as software providers and you as brands, we've got to have the right tools at our disposal to adapt to those changing conditions pretty quickly. Because we don't know how this is going to land, but we know it's big.
Kimberly.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about that. What's coming up and what's changing and everything else like that. For international, we can see that consumer trust returns everything from end to end. The entire kind of e-commerce value chain is going to be impacted as we look forward in 2025. But I think that all of the things that we've touched base on tonight have been really impactful for how you're going to make sure that you keep trust, keep your brand equity, and stay successful in a uncertain, I think, time that we're moving towards in 2025.
I'd say all of you should meet somebody new here tonight, because we don't need to worry about that. That's obviously happening. I would not leave here tonight without meeting at least one new person, and I promise you'll have a great week.
Perfect. I'd like to thank everyone. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.